Hey guys, this is Matt with Hobby to Hustle. Today I want to talk to you about one of the projects that I worked on while we were in quarantine. Still are in quarantine, but one of the projects that I was working on while we were locked down and I was, trapped inside of the house is this kayak stand. So I have a suspended kayak stand. It's great because it keeps the kayaks off the floor and gets them out of the way. I just kind of want to talk to you about what the concept was here. Very simplistic design. Really anybody can do it. I used a miter saw to cut my wood, but you could cut your wood with a circular saw. If you're feeling ambitious, you could really cut your wood with a handsaw. Wouldn't suggest it. I'm not going to do it. I had a miter saw, so I used a miter saw. But basically the gist of this design is I used 4 of these rectangular boxes. Each box is held in with 2 screws at the joint. So on this box, they're underneath. So we've got 2 screws at the joint, and then they're reinforced with these 90-degree blocks. I honestly would not suggest this exact design. The reason that is that some of these blocks want to splinter. This is a pretty good representation here, but a lot of these blocks want to fracture down the grain. A better design is actually what I used on my wood stand over here, and it's just these blocks. So I cut down blocks, they're about 1 inch thick, the width of the 2x4, so 4 inches tall. But if you reinforce it on the edges with that, it will absolutely hold. So basically 4 rectangles, each of which is screwed into the trusses with 6 screws on each one. And then it's also screwed into the studs with 5 screws on each one. This thing is basically the same design as my wood stand. My wood stand's holding at least 1,000 pounds. These 2 kayaks can't weigh more than, I would say, 120 pounds. They're relatively heavy, but nothing that this can't handle. It also makes it very easy for pulling it down. Now, the only thing that I would say is that, I'm a little bit taller. I'm 6'5", so this isn't difficult for me to pull down. Maybe for someone that's more average height, it could be a little bit difficult. But if you were to use this design and stack just one kayak, I feel like you could make it at a height that is suitable for yourself. So just wanted to share this idea. If you have any questions about this design, any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I would love to chat. Thanks for tuning in.